And it's go, boys, go. They'll time your every breath. And every day you're in this place, you're 2 days nearer death. But you go. Well, a process man am I, and I'm telling you no lie. I work and breathe among the fumes that trail across the sky. There's thunder all around me, and there's poison in the air. There's a lousy smell that smacks of hell and dust all in me hair. And it's go, boys, go. They'll time your every breath. And every day you're in this place, you're 2 days nearer death. But you go. Well, I've worked among the spinners and I breathe the oily smoke. I've shoveled up the gypsum and at nigh on made you choke. I've stood knee deep in cyanide, got sick with a caustic burn. Been working a rough fight, seen enough to make your stomach turn. And it's go, boys, go. They'll time your every breath. And every day you're in this place, you're 2 days nearer death. But you go. There's overtime and bonus opportunities galore. Hey, young men like their money and they all come back for more. But soon you're knocking on and you look older than you should. For every bob made on the job you pay with flesh and blood. And it's go, boys, go. They'll time your every breath. And every day you're in this place, you're 2 days nearer death. But you go. Well, I process man am I, and I'm telling you no lie. I work and breathe among the fumes that trail across the sky. There's thunder all around me, and there's poison in the air. There's a lousy smell that smacks of hell and dust all in me hair. And it's go, boys, go. They'll time your every breath. And every day you're in this place, you're 2 days nearer death. And it's go, boys, go. They'll time your every breath. And every day you're in this place, you're 2 days nearer death. But you go.
Good morning, Minecraft. Wandering Beekeeper here. How you doing? Going to see if I can keep a closer eye on the heat tachometer this morning. Got the air conditioning on, got got the fans going. We'll see how it does today. Try and pay a little closer attention. I'd like to make it the full 2 hours this morning if I can. See what happens. About to engage with immersive geology again. We're continuing the beta test of immersive geology for Minecraft 1.20.1. This is, at this point, give me a second, I need about a heartbeat here to put something up. This is version 0.6.8-beta60, updated as of April 12th. Make sure we document our numbers here. At one point, I was a regression tester for a medical software company. Regression testing had to follow the Federal Good Laboratory Practices guidebook. I had a copy of Good Laboratory Practices on the reference shelf in my office. Interesting. This was interesting work, and I kind of miss it. It's an intriguing period. I'm applying a bit of that to what I'm doing here and making sure that I document my numbers. This should have been part 18 of Greg Tech, and I'll talk about that in a minute. This is episode 60 of Minecraft Trains and Tech. I have been doing this over a year. This is episode number 60. Nice round number. Stream number 183. I am rapidly approaching 200 streams. I really feel like I should do something to mark 200 streams, and I just have no fucking idea what. Which brings us around to the content warning. Content warning, I am inappropriate for all audiences. The Wandering Beekeeper is 62 years old and a political Satanist and somewhere to the left of Che Guevara. I'm highly opinionated and I will pop off with whatever comes to mind. I'm queer and will talk about my lived experience. Let's see, I make weed jokes and dick jokes, and think that about covers it. You know, I probably could have stopped at inappropriate for all audiences, but legal says that I gotta be more specific and at least read the boilerplate. So the boilerplate has been read. You have been warned. If you continue watching, it's your own damn fault. So, episode 60. I've been doing this is the 60th Saturday morning I've gotten up and put on Minecraft. Continuing on with immersive geology, this has been a trip. Immersive geology was a mod I covered very early in my streaming, and lo and behold, the dev got in touch with me saying, hey, we're doing a new version. We're bringing it up to 1.20.1. And I'm like, I got to do this. I got to play this. Now, I am glad it came along when it did because Greg Tech ran into some issues. I have had to put a pin in Greg Tech and put it on the back burner until further notice. About 2 versions ago, the Greg Tech mod introduced some sort of code change. As far as I can tell, the boiler control blocks now get an update tick before the water pump does. Which means when the water pump gets an update tick, it throws water into a hot, dry boiler, which of course promptly explodes. And it is really disconcerting when I've been out mining and I bring up 0 and I do a map teleport to my base where I have a waypoint. I do a waypoint teleport into my base, and all 4 of my boilers explode on my arrival. That's really disconcerting. I don't like it. And there doesn't seem to be a way to fix it, and so that world has been archived, and I'll get back to Greg Tech later on. I've got immersive geology to play, and Lord, have I got stuff to do. Let's get stuff done. First, let's talk about what's going on here. Yes, I have, in fact, hermit crabbed into yet another woodland mansion. This one is a spruce mansion in a taiga biome, thanks to the Repurposed Structures mod. Shout out to the Repurposed Structures team. One of my favorite mods. It takes the vanilla structures like the woodland mansion and repaints them for different biomes and drops them in. So I get a spruce mansion with a cobblestone floor and gray carpet in a taiga biome. Yes, I have in fact flattened the front yard, and you can see where I dug out and put in a wind farm for power. It is not enough. We saw last week that there were some shortcomings. At this point, I have wrapped up with the blast furnaces in here. I'm no longer using them. I was running one of them for steel production from iron for quite a long time because it was efficient enough. Yes, it was slow, but it didn't matter. It was background reprovisioning. All it needed to do was sit there and quietly cook steel. And every now and then I could skim off half a stack. It was fine. But it's finally gotten to be just, I don't need the extra tedium. I need to close some of this stuff out and get ready to move on, because I am in fact ready to move on. We've already seen last week the ore washer here, and it's running on LV and sharing power with the stomper, which has caused some problems. Goody, I need to pick this up. Let's see, we'll go on and put that into the grid. The wireless terminal works while I'm on the property. The beacon, I created in a level 5 beacon, and the Tom's wireless terminal doesn't want to extend its radius. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, or if it's just Tom's doesn't work correctly. I don't know. I couldn't be arsed to go check and see if there was a bug. I've had too many other bugs to chase. See above where it says beta testing. The blast furnace here is chugging right along. It's drawing power directly from these two windmills, but the powertrain is fully charged at this point, and so the windmills are providing enough to run the two preheaters. So yeah, I've got anthracite going and pelletized tungsten, and we're making tungsten right now. There's a bunch of other stuff going on up here. Let's see what else. Tungsten, and then it's all crushed silver. Crushed silver ore cannot be pelletized for efficiency. Let's footnote that, and I'm pretty sure it's going to already be on the to-do list, just way down on the priority. I mean, the crushed silver ore will go into the blast furnace and process at a pretty good clip as it is. The speed gain from pelletizing it may not be worth that much. I just want it to be pelletizable for completeness. I'm a Pokemon player. I have been playing Pokemon since the yellow edition of the game cartridge. Look up the year that the special Pikachu edition came out, and that will tell you how long I have been playing Pokemon. I have played, I recently played on a Pixelmon server for a while, and even streamed some stuff from it. You know, a server admin should never tell a player skill issue. Those words should never be spoken by an admin to a server user. It's just, you don't. Down here we've seen this, the crusher and the ball mill and the pelletizer and the powder washer. Powder washer has its own pump and its own LV water power supply to the pump, so it does reasonably well. I believe, yeah, I've gotten this all cleaned out. I've done so much ore processing this week at MV speeds, getting ready for today, because let's go on and get up there and get this going. Clickety boom. Here we are at the rooftop. Up on the rooftop, click, click, click. We have our industrial squeezer full of hemp seed and plant oil and a refinery, and we have biodiesel and a diesel generator that is currently set up to do medium voltage, and we're running the arc furnace directly off the diesel generator. This is woefully inefficient, but it got me enough aluminium processed to have the equipment to go to high voltage and to make a Faraday suit before going to high voltage. This, pro tip, immersive engineering, when you get aluminium, it unlocks the Faraday suit. Make the Faraday suit immediately. Save up your best enchantments and drop them all on the Faraday suit. Unbreaking 3, mending, whatever protection, fire protection, feather falling, anything you can think of, pile it on. And be ready to go mine regular Minecraft coal with a pickaxe for the XPs to keep it in repair. You need the Faraday suit. You absolutely will not survive without the Faraday suit. Let's go on and break this sucker down. Now, make sure, there we go, I do have the magnet in. So my backpack is grabbing all the shit that I'm breaking here. I don't have to worry about doing the pickup. Okay, that's got all that cleared. Alrighty. Verify that the switch is off and thusly tagged. No. I need TV. Shimmy. I'll make a couple more. There we go. While I'm at. Spell our warning sign correctly. Thank you. Off. Maintenance. There we go. Now it's fully fueled, but I'm going to turn this off anyway, and off. Maintenance. There we go. Fuel resupply is off. I don't have a way really to drain this. Don't need to, though. It's switched off and grounded and thusly tagged. I have been making a lot of stuff. I've been making rather a lot of stuff. Let's go on and get some of this stuff out. I have high voltage wire connectors and wire relays and large amounts of high voltage wire itself. High voltage accumulators that I'll need to set up as a first order of business. We'll come back for the next stage of stuff. I'm not going to pull it all out at once. Let's not clutter. Now, let's see. I think what I'm looking for. Oh, I need to set up my arch first. Okay, arch first. 3, 4, 5. It'll be far up enough. Let's take it one more. Don't need the hammer right now. This gives me 3 high voltage relay points where I can split off high voltage and send it somewhere else before I hit the accumulators. The accumulators are catch points. Accumulators are going to go here, here, and here. And their altitude really gets determined by the altitude of the transformer. So let's go on and put a transformer here. If I bring that up one more, that'll bring it straight across instead of at an angle. Probably a good thing. Let's try this and see how this works. I'm squeezing it in a little tighter than I usually do. That there. I then need that and that. And okay. That works. Cool beans. Okay, let's see. All right. So those in place. And then I need okay, those placed, this and that. And that. Okay. I am a lineman for the county. Wookity duck. We got that. We got then this. And then we'll bring those in at the top. Need these. this is going to go here, here, and here. I need this. I can do that, that, and that. Then I need to do some wiring. A different coil. Here we go. MV from here to here. From here to here. From here to here. All right. Let's see. I've got 3 high voltage takeoff points here, where I can take high voltage into the mansion and run high voltage equipment in the room next to. I'm going to be putting some high voltage equipment in what was a conference room next to bulk storage. So I can run high voltage across there. Let's go on and get that done. And let's just make a hole. It's right here, already made. It just needs the glass taken out of it. And I can just pop this on and go here, and then go this and that. And I've got a high voltage line coming in to the mansion. There we go. Pre-wired. Alrighty. We have that going. We have that going. I have a need to take off and go this direction. I'm going to want 3 more high voltage, but I'm going to want them turned. Let's put it here. Five, 6, 7. Bring it up and back. And 1, 2, 3. Dunk. Click. Yes. Click. Click. Oh, shoot. Not a problem. Just remove that entire side. Bip. 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 There we go. Okay, now I've got the lines coming over for the arc furnace, which is going to go here, and I'm going to have to move that. I've also got high voltage line there that I can draw off. I want to put the rotary kiln indoors. Let's put the rotary kiln indoors on the high voltage line I've got already strung over there. Give me a chest. Need a chest to go put parts in. Let's just knock this out. Heat tachometer has been checked and verified. Heat tachometer is good at this time. Yeah, this room was already partially cleared in order to make the exit out to the refinery. I'm going to go on and finish this. Stick a chest in the corner. Come back over here and get our parts. MV wire relays can go here, and then this is all parts for a rotary kiln, which I'm hoping to build later in the stream. I've got the parts made. Now, keep an eye on things. I may pause the game at some point in the near future. Okay, chop that. Now, let's look up here, because I have rather a lot of pieces parts. Steel sheet metal and scaffolding and reinforced blast brick. Here's some this. Steel sheet metal slabs, block of steel. That away. Over here, put this up for now. Bring down this. This and that. This and this and this and that. And the lever. Grab the chests. Don't need the extra graphite electrode. Book. As in the modern armed forces, do not begin the procedure without the manual in your hand, or you will be explaining to the old man why you thought you knew better than the Navy. Ain't no damn fun. We are working on an arc furnace. So, gonna start with steel sheet metal and steel block and heavy engineering block. I got light engineering block, I need heavy. I got block of steel and steel sheet metal and steel scaffolding, and I'll need all the slab in a minute. But first, I need to get this heavy block and the sheet metal to either side placed. So let's get that done first. Now, I need to center it on this, because this is where my power connectors are going to go. So we'll get that centered, and then out either side. Look in the book. I sure beat shopping all over town. There is a trope about the vampire who's still trash talking people in like Elizabethan English, and gets really frustrated when nobody gets his 200-year-old cultural references and read a book. Let's see. Scaffolding, cauldron, fill slab around. Yeah, that's me. I make these Hodgson references and jokes that you'd have to be at least 40 years old just to have a chance in hell of knowing what I'm talking about. I mean, lordy, I do Brother Juniper references. Does anybody know who Brother Juniper was? I mean, come on. I mean, I'm not actually that old. I'm 62. Brother Juniper goes back to my parents' era, and I know about him. It was a cartoon character in the paper, back when the newspapers had a comic section. Okay, redstone there, and then I got to do some fill with. Oops, let's swap that over. and swap this in for the scaffolding because I don't think I need scaffolding for a bit. All right, I got to fill in with this. And the redstone goes there. Okay. Up to the next. Quick, quick, quick. 3 more light blocks. Bip, bip, bip. Got a sheet metal to either side. That's a block of steel. The block of steel goes here and here. Let's go on and use it. I know where it goes. Bring more stuff down. I've got scaffolding to either side of that. And then this has to go all the way out. Our old bridge building technique of backing out over the gap so that I could lay in the next row. Okay, got that done. Got that done. Next, this, 1, 2, 3, 4. What am I missing? Wait. Oh, sugars. I got ahead of myself. All right. Check the book. Down 1. And there we go. That uses up that part. This. Should have more steel scaffolding. Why do I have sheet metal? I have something misplaced here. Something's not right. That's not right. Don't know if I can. No, I can't make that jump. Alright, fine. Probably gonna want this anyway. Let's see. Scaffolding, of course, ends up in the backpack because the backpack has auto pickup. There we go. Let's see if this does it. Now I need the hammer. Bada bing. Aha! Arc furnace successfully recreated. Heat is good. Heat is okay. Heat tachometer I am looking at. Heat, I have margin. Click and turn it off. Makest sure that all equipment thou workest upon is grounded and thusly tagged. So that thy days in this earthly vale of tears may be long. Tarry not with those who engage in intentional shocks, for surely they are unbelievers and are not long for this world. Trifle not with radioactive substances, lest thou commence to glow in the dark like unto a lightning bug, and be no use to thy spouse except for thy wages. Always go back and check your configuration. Most problems, 95% of the problems I have had, I mean, this may just be me, but 95% of the problems I have had with immersive engineering have been config errors. Okay. Holy spit, I think I've got the thing put together. Let's walk through this. Let's take a minute. Walk through this and check our work. Diesel generator is set up with high voltage takeoffs. These high voltage takeoffs go up to relays. The relays split the high voltage output between a high voltage accumulator and a direct connection to the arc furnace, because it is a hungry beast. Feed the beast. I have three direct connections to the arc furnace so that it is getting the full output of the diesel generator to drive it. The accumulators will catch all the overflow, I hope, when they will then cascade to the transformers, which will render the power down to medium voltage and send it to a bank of MV accumulators, which will then provide driving power for the house and a lot of other things. I need to wire back over into here in order to have that. I need posts. He thrusts his fists against the posts and still insists he sees the ghosts. Vocal practice. Believe it or not, I actually have some training, although most of it informal, in things like vocal projection and enunciation and so forth. Little trick called cyclical memorization that's a lovely party trick, and just does all sorts of fun things for you. You know, I've been doing this for many years. I'm going to snap that off. I'm just going to get rid of this entirely. That's going bye-bye. That connection is gone. It's bye-bye. And we will bring in from here to there. Okay. Let us have this. And I will need actually MV wire relays, the hammer away, and I want MV wire. That MV wire. One hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 corpulent porpoises, 5,000 Macedonian warriors in full battle array, 6 sacred brass monkeys from the ancient sealed crypts of Egypt, 7 pairs of Don Alfredo's favorite tweezers, 8 diabolical denizens of the deep, 9 apathetic, diabetic old men on roller skates with a marked propensity towards procrastination and sloth. 10 white whistling whales that haul and stall around the quivy of the quay all at the same time. I need a post here. That's just not going to work. Let's just put it here. Whoops, no. Not what I thought I had. Remembering that, you learn it one bit at a time. You start off with one hen. One hen, 2 ducks. One hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese. One hen, whoops. It's already hatched there, and yeah, let's just dude. That's MV? MV? There we go. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, cyclical memorization. You memorize the first line, then the first and second line, then the first, second, and third line, then the first, second, third, and fourth line. This ingrains the earlier lines. Okay, that's wired in. It would be nice to have the squeezer, but it's on the grid as well. That's going to be a little tricky getting that in. Maybe I can go from there to there. Can I? Can I go here to there? Yes, I can. There we go. All right. Diesel generator to relay to high voltage accumulator to high voltage transformer to medium voltage accumulator to medium voltage grid, high voltage to arc furnace. Rotary kiln is not built yet. We'll build the rotary kiln in a minute. Shit. Hate it when that happens. End up overshooting like that. That's annoying. Oh, great. And it grabbed the wrong plank. Oh, fuck it. All right. That is on. Okay. Good. Fuel supplies engaged. Don't run through there again. Go around the back. On. We are accumulating power. Look at that. High voltage accumulator powered up. Arc furnace powered up. We have the occasional chuff. I've got particles turned way down so that I don't get yellow swirlies from the permanent night vision that I gave my character. Quality of life. Diesel generator is running. We're not hearing much because I've got ear defenders in my Faraday helmet. Don't have all the horrible noise. Let me just... Heck of a racket, isn't it? But we shouldn't hear it now. Oh, we do now because it took my helmet off. Shame on me. Okay. Off. Maintenance sound can be cleared from the arc furnace. It's ready to rock. Except it's actually not quite, because I need to put these in. There we go. Now it's ready to rock. There we go. Arc furnace is up. Your refinery switch on. Start getting ahead of the generator. Well, shoot. I went and had to go take the helmet off to demonstrate, and now the noise is back. Dagnabbit. Come on, you. Engage already. Supposed to have ear defenders. Shouldn't be hearing all this racket. Ah, well. My bad, sorry. Okay. This is running. We've got high voltage working. We've got the refinery now running on medium voltage. The accumulator is fully charged. That accumulator is charging up. Power to the people. We have achieved high voltage. Let us bring up the grid and park. Oh, maybe not. I was hoping to get from here to use in the arc furnace. Oh yeah, the assembler. That's a whole thing. I forgot to clear my grid. Shame on me. Let's see. Let's start with aluminium. Obtained in the arc furnace. 4 different ways. Arc furnace has 45 recipes. And let's just look through and see what I've got that I could go on and do. I know one I could do. Where is it? Let me go back and look. Oh lordy, I was looking for Hastelloy. Hastelloy takes chromium, iron, tungsten, and molybdenum. And molybdenum, I'm not sure I've got. Where do I get the oxide? I get the oxide from the pyrite slag, which I don't have yet because I haven't finished building the reverberation furnace. Gotta build the reverberation furnace, finish the reverberation furnace in order to be able to do this thing. I have another thing though. I have ilmenite, which goes through the rotary kiln. And so let's go on and do a rotary kiln. Pop this up here for right now. And go on and get the parts out. Parts is parts. And I need the book. Where's the book? Here's the book. Why is the book there? It is not where the book belongs. Book goes here. There we go. Immersive Geology Multi-Blocks Rotary Kiln. Pause that puppy. This is a complicated one. Oh lordy, look at that. Okay. Got it. And if I do this stop, the input is on that end, output is on this end. Where's the power input? Power jacks are there. Okay. Power jacks are there. I could bring the power over to here and then down to there and have relative safety. Hey, I got toms right there available. I want to build this thing roughly here. Okay, what's my foundational stuff? Heavies and steel block and concrete slab. Okay, heavy block and concrete slab And steel sheet metal and block of steel. Let's see about this. Block of steel, heavy. Down at that end, it's 2 concrete slabs. Alright. I'm gonna put this thing here. Now, if I'm reading this correctly, this should be what I need. Yes. Okay. Okay. Up one. Radiator block. Radiator block goes there. Radiator block goes back there. Still have 2 left, but I'm away because I need other stuff. I need sheet metal down the middle. It's not right. So it's not right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I should have 2 more sheet metal. Where's my sheet metal? Second. Pergola. That ought to keep the attention of the fins for another couple of minutes. Let's see. Okay, redstone steel block on this side. Redstone and block. Block and heavy on the other side. Block and heavy. And I need... That's all slab. Okay, cool. Oh, spit. That's why. Derp, derp, derp. Okay. Derp, derp, derp. All right. Up one more. And we got slab, heavy slab up at the front. No buggers. All right, hold on a second here. Slab, slab, heavy. Okay. Gap, slab, slab, slab. Alright, I'm a little confused here. A little confuzzled. Looks like it should go there. That's not it. Right, this isn't right. It's not assembling. What have I not got? What's wrong? This middle bit here is kind of weird and messing me up. I'm actually supposed to be looking at. All right. That should be a slab there behind the redstone, shouldn't it? I can see airspace there. So let me get that out, put this in, and pretty sure what I've got an extra of. Oh, damn it, that's not it. Am I not getting right? Block, slab, slab, slab. Slam, 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 block. There. That is not right about it. What have I not got right? Something's not right. Something isn't right here. Slab, 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 block. Slab, 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 block. Okay. Block, slab, slab, slab. It should assemble on the redstone block. Do I have an extra block of steel here? I feel like I've got an extra block of steel that's gotten left out somewhere. Is there a place where there should be a block of steel? Or a gap somewhere? Have I left a gap? I feel like I have one more block of, I have a block of steel that maybe should be somewhere. There, I see it. I see it. Done. Ha. Okay, rotary kiln assemble. And we're going to pause the game for a second. Because heat is a thing, and we're going to let the heat drift for a second. Maybe drop back down since the game's paused and not eating my CPU quite so bad. Rotary kiln assembled. There we go. Block of steel. I was focused on those sheet metal slabs and trying to get the arrangement on those right, and I missed a block of steel in the undercarriage. Okay. Fixed. All right. The rotary kiln is the destination for ilmenite. Trying to get it up and going here. Will give us just a minute to see if the heat will come down a little, please. It would be nice if it would drop back down. Oh, lordy, let's see. Okay, we've had our fun. Let's see, where's the thing to make sure that's quit out? There we go. Alrighty. We're just gonna have to kind of work our way. In the meantime, back to game. Lever. Let's just make a lever here. Clear the grid. Always clear the grid. Tom's has a little bit of a thing about that. All right. I need, well, here's a chest. Honk. Now I have output. Hopper. Do I have a hopper? Of course I have no hopper. Never have one made when I need one. Jeez. I try not to make them ahead of time because they're kind of resource intensive with all that iron. Yep. And this going that direction so that I can extend it out later on. Actually, why am I looking around here? Let's go on and get it done. There. Now I can reach it from the ground. Ta-da. Diddly 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 dee. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Shoot. I don't like that. You're trying to get me zapped here. I don't like that. There we go. Okay, this thing looks to be up and running. Ilmenite. Crushed ilmenite ore goes into the rotary kiln and becomes ilmenite slag, which then goes to a ball mill, gets turned into ilmenite slag powder, then goes to the gravity separator where we get titanium. So, ilmenite. Crushed ilmenite ore. Let us just take some crushed ilmenite ore, and I'm going to reach up here to this hopper and drop it in and bring this thing up. See what it does. Whoo, it chunks down hard on the power. Wow, that eats power. Oof. Feed the beast. Wowzers. This thing is hungry. Watching the heat, it is still not in a good place, but it's not in a bad place, and I'm really hoping we can stay out of the bad place here. I would really like to make it all the way to the top of the hour. Just wish there was some way I could increase the airflow here. So I cleaned out my cooling pad, so I shouldn't have a dust problem. We are making ilmenite slag. There it is. I'm going to go on and run this batch. Got no way of seeing what's in it. Well, there goes the last of the ilmenite ore, of a stack of ilmenite ore into it. Cool. Cool. We don't get, I'm not getting the rotating barrel animation it used to have. I'll assume that's a work in progress. It's a model animation. It's not as important as being able to put ore through it and actually, process shit. Okay, we have processed that. I'm going to switch it off. Pull out the ilmenite slag. There we go. We have a new material here. We did not set off anything. Down to the front door. Quick, quick, quick. Alright, this shit's all still running on MV. I have not brought power down from the roof yet. So, the ilmenite slag, if I read this correctly, could go in the crusher, but we'd end up with slag gravel and lose all the fine properties. It needs to go directly to the ball mill. So, I will go put it in the ball mill. Now we'll turn on the ball mill. Which is going to eat our MV accumulators here pretty fast. This one's already dropping hard, which is going to put this off into, yeah, it's going to be straining a little bit here. That's okay. We'll just live with it. So, I have really got to get power brought down this equipment here. This thing ideally should be moved upstairs. It should be a high voltage. It should be high voltage equipment. Be nice if all of it was. I could theoretically bring high voltage down here. Wow, high voltage transmission lines. I don't like that. Ilmenite slag powder. Okay, we are getting ilmenite slag powder. That's the only thing in this, so I'm just waiting for it to run. Oh, heat, go away. Don't come back some other day. Entropy increases. In any system, a certain percentage of the work is lost to entropy and reappears within the system as waste heat. Go lift weights for a few minutes. You'll understand. Oh, ran into a fun one the other day. Using AI in the classroom is like using a forklift at the gym. The goal is not to move the heavy plates around. The goal is to do the work. You don't gain anything if you don't do the work yourself. Yeah, that's eaten the accumulators and is now trying to survive on the windmills and slowed down massively. I'm going to take this half a stack of ilmenite slag powder, I'm going to take it to the powder washer. Take it to the bridge, throw it overboard, see if it can swim. In it goes, and it actually ended up in my backpack because I forgot to take the fool magnet out. Let's go on and put that back up there. Thanks. And backpack. You have to say backpack. I should clean out all this. Let's just get this cleared while I'm waiting for that to run. Get it moved to, there we go, to the grid. Alright, that came down pretty fast. Titanium oxide. Iron oxide. Brilliant. We have titanium. Got to have titanium. I'm not sure. I don't think I had already. Steel. Let's see. Where's my 10. Torch. I have no there. Yes, we have no titanium. A little bit of extra tin oxide that should probably go into the pelletizer. Tungsten powder does not go to the pelletizer. That's a ingredient. It's produced by grinding tungsten ingots, which takes a while, let me tell you. This is also going to take a while. Let's see, what else is going on? What else is going on is I need to bring the medium voltage down from the roof. And the high voltage maybe as well. It's either that or move these machines up. Ah. Hmm. I've already got all this built, and relocating it, it would be easier just to build a new ball mill up there. You know, it would almost would be easier just to build a new ball mill. Move this and leave a gap that then, problematic. Erg. Erg, erg, erg. How we doing? How we doing? We are at 11. We've turned it up to 11. The pelletizer. Let's get it fed here. Go on and feed it. Oh. Titanium oxide doesn't go to the pelletizer. What do I do with titanium oxide? Yeah, this, it goes to the chemical reactor with hydrochloric acid to produce titanium chloride, which then goes to a chemical reactor with water and magnesium grit to get titanium grit and carnallite brine. The titanium grit then gets arc furnaced into oh lordy. I gotta get molybdenum first. I gotta get molybdenum before I can do anything with this titanium. Okay, I was getting all excited. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm sorry. Let's go back and look at the chain for molybdenum. I need molybdenum. To get that, I have to have oxide, which comes from finishing the... Okay, got it. Let's get some work done there. Let's see.